Welcome back to Playing with Your Children, Programming Scratch, Namatreasure T3. Right now we will concentrate on the flag. This is the flag here. The flag has costumes. It has costume number 1 flag going up, costume 2 flag straight, costume 3 flag going down. So we need to simulate the movement of the flag, and we need to make this not 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 and have it like a traffic lights. We want to make it random. Sometimes it may be this one, then this one, then this one, or this one, and that one, and the time that it stays in each position is random. So we need to add the randomness into the program, and the randomness in the program is by this instruction here in the operators, pick random 1 to 10. Okay, let me put this instruction. It's the instruction pick random 1 to 3. Okay, so it's this instruction here, and you can see here the flag costume 1, and then if I press it becomes 3, becomes 1, becomes 3. So this is like a rolling the dice, but the number is from 1 and 3, so it's 1 2 3, so it picks a random 1 2 3. So every time I press it, it can take any value. Sometimes it doesn't change, that's because it takes the same number. Okay, so I have this value here which introduces the randomness. Then another randomness is wait 1 second. Here it's this instruction here is usually wait 10 seconds, wait 1 second, but then in here it takes a number, so I can take this pick random 0.1 to 1, and this, because it outputs a number, I can put it here. So this wait calls this pick random, it gives it a number, and then this number is executed here. It's like the subprograms that we have used in Namatreasure, where you said okay, go to link 2 instructions, and then you came back from the instructions bringing either a sort or something. Here it's with the wait instruction, and then if you put this one here, it calls the pick random instruction, and this one gives a number from 0.1 to 1, and because it's decimal, it gives decimal numbers. So it's smart instructions. If you put decimal, it gives decimal. If you put number, it gives number. So if I put it here, I have a wait instruction which is depending on a randomness. Okay, so first I have the randomness of how much it will stay in each costume, then I have the randomness which costume I should pick, and then okay, suppose I have a number 1 to 3. How do I put a costume? Well, I put on a costume using this command here, switch to costume 1, then switch to costume 2, then switch to costume 3. Okay, so it's switch to costume 1, switch to costume 2, switch to costume 3. Okay, and then I put this instruction here, which is one of the most basic instructions in programming. It's called the if. This gives intelligence to our program. If costume, that means if this variable here, which is we gave it the costume is this name here that gets the values from 1 to 3, we call it the variable because it changes values. So if this costume here has a value of 1, then you switch to costume 1. If not, you do nothing. If costume has value of 2, then switch to costume 3. If costume has a value of 3, switch to costume 3. And then if I put all these instructions together, I make a program. And then I put it under the web. And every time I press this one, flag changes. Okay, let me put this one here. I don't want to run the duck, which goes to wherever you want. Okay, leave the duck there, and then I go to flag and I press here. If I press here, I execute all these instructions, and you can see that the flag, sometimes it changes, sometimes it's not. Okay, now I want this one to be executed continuously forever, so I have a forever loop. These are the linear instructions. You press one, instruction goes this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. When you press here, it executes this instruction, it executes this instruction, and then it checks. It's like asking a question. If costume is equals to 1 and the answer is yes, then it executes the instruction inside. Otherwise, it doesn't execute this one. So this is control instruction. This one may be executed, maybe not. So right now we have the intelligence in our program. The same instructions are here. And then if I put this forever instruction on top of them, it means that the program will be a forever loop and it will repeat forever. And just press on it, it becomes yellow, and you can see the flag going up and down, up and down. This is the costume, it changes values. Okay, you can see the flag, it has a randomness. It's not exactly what we expect. We don't know if it's going up, if it's going down, how many times it will stay there, and therefore we introduce the randomness. We have learned about the if statement, and we have learned about the big forever loop. This is the big forever loop. Here is where the pig random, we introduce the randomness in our programs, the set costume, and then the if statement. If costume is 1, then switch to costume 1, costume equals 2, and so on and so on. So we have raised our level and we learned the if structure, which is very, very useful in programming. There is one programming environment that is all if statements. It is based on if statements. Thank you very much for watching with us. T3.